Here's an example that's a little bit different than the other ones, but still super duper fun. So we want to factor the denominator first if we can. I can't factor this, I can't factor this. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next step. I want to build my least common denominator. So I have my LCD, keep nice and organized. Okay, well the first one here I have 3x minus 1. So that's got to be one of the factors, one of the parts of my LCD. And there's nothing else there, so I just have the 3x minus 1. You can think of it as 3x minus 1 in parentheses. Here I have 2x plus 5, so I got to have that in there as well, 2x plus 5. And there's nothing else, so really my LCD is 3x minus 1 times 2x plus 5. So I'm actually going to have to multiply both parts here. So on the left here, I'm going to multiply by 2x plus 5 because that's what's missing in this denominator. On the right here, I'm going to multiply by 3x minus 1 because that's what's missing in this denominator. So I'm putting the parts in that are missing. And of course I have to multiply the numerator if I'm going to multiply the denominator because you got to keep it the same, all right? Multiplying by 2x plus 5 over 2x plus 5 is the same as multiplying by 1. And we know multiplying by 1 doesn't change anything. That's why we can do it. That's the math behind it, okay? So this is basically like multiplying by 1, but we're making it look a little different. So let's go ahead and put this all over one denominator. So I have 6x times 2x plus 5. That's the first part. Minus 4x times 3x minus 1 all over 2x plus 5 times 3x minus 1. Okay, so I put it all over one denominator because I know I'm going to have the same denominator here and here. All right? Now, let me tell you about a common mistake that people make. And you might be thinking right now, ooh, I know what the next step is, but you might be wrong. If you're thinking, oh, I want to cancel this and cancel this because, boom, I'm good, I'm done. No, that's incorrect. Okay? Look what we have here. We have a subtraction sign here. All right, and that subtraction's out of the parentheses. So this whole chunk right here is grouped together. It's all kept together by this subtraction sign. Okay, this is one big happy family. We don't want to tear them apart. All right, so this subtraction sign keeps those together. So what I really need to do next is I need to distribute. We got to follow those steps that I gave you. We can't go right to canceling. I'm going to distribute and combine my like terms. So on the numerator, I have 6x times 2x is 12x squared. 6x times 5 is 30x. Then negative 4x times 3x is negative 12x squared. Ooh, I see something that'll cancel soon. And then I have negative 4x times 1 is positive 4x. Awesome. You know what? I'm just going to work with the numerator for a little bit here and simplify that, and then I'll bring in the denominator later because that's going to save me a little time with writing. So let's keep working with the numerator. So here I'm going to cancel these because you have a positive and a negative, and I'm just left with 34x. And now let's bring that denominator back in. I have 2x plus 5 times 3x minus 1. Now we need to check, can I cancel anything? Do I have an x that I can cancel with? Just an x by itself that I can cancel with here? No, I don't. How about anything I can reduce or cancel with the 34? Nope. So there's no cancellations. I'm basically done here, except here's one added step. We need to FOIL the denominator back together. We shouldn't leave parentheses in our answer. We want to FOIL that back together. So I'm going to have 34x in the numerator. In my denominator, I need to FOIL it back together. So I'm going to have 2x times 3x. That gives me 6x squared. Then I have 2x times negative 1 and 5 times 3x. That's negative 2x. And I have positive 15x, right? 2 times negative 1 gives me negative 2x. 5 times 3x gives me 15x. Combine my like terms, I get 13x. And then lastly, we have the 5 times negative 1 gives me negative 5. Here's my final answer for this problem. Coolio. So make sure you remember to FOIL that denominator back together, or whatever you need to FOIL back together. Anytime you see parentheses, if you're going to have your final answer, you shouldn't have parentheses in there. You want to put it back together. So 2x times 3x gives me 6x squared. 2x times negative 1 gives me negative 2x. 5 times 3x gives me 15x. Combine those two middle ones to be 13x. And then 5 times negative 1 gives me negative 5. I'm all done. Good to go. Man, that's awesome stuff.